I was 7 miles from delivering my load, and I got a phone call from my dispatch. I had to stop and go get a random drug test. What the? All right, so I was not gonna post this, but I thought, might as well. This is not necessarily an adventure, but it was more of a cluster. And I'm standing here. Okay, so those of you who follow me, remember when I tore that bumper off of a truck? That's the one that got me fired from Nike. Well, I'm standing in the parking lot of a Flying J in Dallas, south of Dallas, where I came to first looking for a parking spot, and then I went across the street to the TA, which is where I tore that guy's bumper off of his truck. So I'm not really enjoying this, but I'm on my way down. My clock is running out, but I was going to make it. I was going to make it there to the Constantine. I was going to drop my. It was a live unload at Target, and I didn't have to be there till 11 p.m. But I just needed to get there, and they said if I get there, I should be able to drop my trailer off. If not in a door, I could drop it off there in the lot, and then I could leave, go bobtail, do my 10-hour break, and then come back because I was going to run out of hours by 4:30. So I was going to be able to get there at 2 with maybe 45 to 50 minutes left on my drive time. So that was all going to work out. 7 miles before I get there, I get a phone call from my dispatch. She says, "Oh, guess what? You got chosen for a random alcohol test." I said, "I don't drink alcohol anymore." She goes, "Okay." like that's gonna just eliminate it. So I'm like, "Well, how does this work?" I said, "I'm driving down the interstate. I'm on 635, which, by the way, anybody who lives in Texas or knows of Texas, 635 is like the damn Autobahn. I saw more Mustangs and fast cars racing on that thing. I even saw a couple four-wheel trucks racing. And I can only go 65, so I was just in the way. But it was busy, but it was in the early part of the afternoon, so it was flowing. So I was making good time, and she calls, and my dispatcher says, "Yeah, you need to get rerouted." I go, "Well, I'm about 15 minutes from going to." I said, "I'm gonna stop and get fuel. I gotta go to the restroom, and then I was gonna go in and try to negotiate letting me drop my trailer so I can go find a place to shut down, and then come back the next morning, pick up my empty, and go on about my next route." And she goes, "Oh, no, it doesn't work that way. You have to abandon your route." I said, "Abandon my route?" I go, "Well, where am I going?" She goes, "Well, it's only 10 miles from where you are." I'm like, "In what direction?" So I'm glad she didn't do this because I had to pee. Because I was dead set on getting to this Love's and getting fuel, going to the restroom, and then I was only 7 miles from the Love's, actually, to get to my consignee. And she goes, no, you've got to pull over and then go to this place. It's only 10 miles from where you are. Well, by then I've already driven 5 miles, and of course it turns out to be in the wrong direction. Well, I was like, "Okay, well, I'll take care of that right away." She goes, "The place closes at 4. I'm like, "Great. It's almost 2 o'clock. I don't even know where I'm going." So I keep looking for a place to pull over. I'm like, anybody that's been around Dallas knows you just don't really pull over, and I'm not going to be a lame duck. So I kept looking for what I would consider to be maybe a safe place, but I was like, "No, you know what? I'm going to go to Love's. I got to get some fuel because I don't even know where this place is." I was down to about 30 gallons, so I'm sure I would have been fine. but I had to pee. So I go there, and then, oh, bless my wife's heart. There's a guy in front of me in a long flatbed, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a box truck but it's a flatbed box truck. I don't know what you call them. And that guy in front of me, after I got done fueling, decides to go into Love's and, I don't know, get coffee or whatever, but he takes his sweet time getting back out. And meanwhile, remember now, my clock's ticking. So I put it off duty, and I sat there waiting for this guy. And I thought, oh, I know, I'll just go PC. And then I thought, no, I'm not really supposed to PC with a load on the back of me. So I only PC'd nowhere for like 2 minutes. And I switched it back to off duty. And then my wife calls, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is probably not the best time to talk right now. I got to go do a random drug test or alcohol test. I don't know. And I don't know where I'm going. And the guy in front of me, and he walks out, and I stuck my head out the window, and I yelled out, well, take your damn time. And my wife goes, oh, I'm going to let you go. It's like, oh, my God. So, anyway, I had to go like 20 miles out of the way now, because I went 10 miles too far south, and then I had to go another 10 miles up to where I was when she called me and go 10 miles further. So I ended up going like 30 miles out of route. And I started looking at my clock I had to pay to park at one of these places where you got to drive in forward. This means I got to back out of there. It's $10. It's got those idle air. I don't need that, so it's just $10 for me. But I had to pull in to park, so I look like one of those truckers that don't know how to back up. But everybody is pulled in, so I always look like they're ashamed. They just pulled in. Anyway, so I'm like, so I looked at my clock, and I had to walk all the way across the parking lot. I'm like, well, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to go ahead and let my clock run out. So I had an hour to drive left, and I only had 2 hours of on-duty time left. So I took my sweet time, got over there, and I didn't have to take my sweet time. The clinician was taking her sweet time, and there was a few other people in line, and so I emailed my dispatcher. I said, look, you're going to have to get this load rescheduled. I'll be done with my break, my 10-hour break. I'm already parked. This is a cluster. She said, all right. So she got it rescheduled for me at 6:30 in the morning, which is perfect. My next load picks up at 8, which is perfect. And I got paid parking on the company because they'll reimburse me for this. So I guess it all worked out. I'm grateful for that, because if it didn't, it was already getting busy here at 2 o'clock. By the time I went to the consignee and negotiated them letting me drop the trailer off so I could bobtail somewhere, I'd have been looking for safe haven between 3 and 4 o'clock, and all the places are already getting filled up. So that was interesting. Anyway, I thought I'd share. Take care. Talk to you soon. Oh, and by the way, during that whole time, when I was on the phone with her, I told the dispatcher, I said, oh, random test, that's fine, I got to pee anyway. So I held it until I got to the Love's. But in the meantime, I knew I was going to have to pee again, so I started drinking water. And before I got to the clinician, I had to go. So I'm waiting around, and I'm waiting in line in the clinic. I'm waiting in the line. I'm like, man, this shouldn't take this long. And so I get up there. She goes, okay, all you got to do is do alcohol, blow in a breathalyzer, and that's good. I go, well, I got to go to the bathroom. She goes, no, we don't need urine. I said, can I go to the bathroom now then? Jeez. Like they have no concern that you've been holding your bladder for, I don't know how long, I don't know, it's probably too long. Anyway, so what a day. All right, I'll be in touch.